Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Static, back at it again with another stream. To be super transparent with y'all, let me turn this down just a little teeny tiny bit. I just got some food, you know what I'm saying? We really chilling right now, we really vibing, you know what I'm saying? That's why you see the title, you know what I'm saying? Reaction, you know what I'm saying? We gonna do some lights, you know what I'm saying? It's a little something light today. So, the first thing I kinda wanna do, for real, I'm gonna be like completely transparent with y'all. I kinda want y'all to, you feel what I'm saying? And this is only because, alright, only because we got the food and we got the stuff, that's right. Somebody said we're just snacking on. I'm about to tell y'all, give me 1 second, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? We gotta get the stuff right first. So, now, yeah. And this is the craziest shit I'm talking about. The NBA is fucking wildin' right now. Wildin' right now. So, we gonna watch my nigga logo quickly. Hold on, y'all. Boom. Boom.
Just occurred a couple of days ago when the Dallas Mavericks.
Hold on, y'all. I want y'all to be able to hear this now. Hold on. I want y'all to be able to hear this, okay?
Sent Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, I know I say this pretty often, and you've been following me on YouTube for some years now, but I truly mean it this time. This is going to be the craziest trade deadline in NBA history. And crazy enough, that still may not do it any justice whatsoever or what may occur in the next about 24 to 36 hours. Because for those who are unaware, there has been a lot of new trade rumors over the past 2 to 3 days, especially post the Luka Doncic transaction. And so I think it necessary to make an update video to get you prepared for what you can expect in the next day and a half. Now, I normally don't do this, but I just want to give you a heads up. When the deadline is going on tomorrow, I will be live streaming on playback.tv/Lowe's Room, where not only will I be live streaming the trade deadline and all the transactions that are happening in real time, but also I stream live NBA games like 3 to 4 times a week on that platform as well. So go check me out over there. But if not, at bare minimum, check me out on the trade deadline because I do believe it will be one for the history books. Now, with that out of the way, let's get right into the rumors because boy do we have a lot to talk about. Now first let's talk about the Golden State Warriors because the news that's been going out for the Warriors over the past 2 to 3 days is crazy. As we all know, the Warriors in the first 2 to 3 months of the season and even heading into the regular season was steadfast in the idea of not making any significant changes to their roster whatsoever. They really believe to not leverage their future for what's going on right now because they didn't believe that any of the changes were going to be significant enough. And that idea has just completely fallen on its face, especially because Kuminga and B-Pots have not been able to live up to expectations. And now we find ourselves 50 games into the regular season. The Warriors are a 500 ball club, indie playing in a very competitive Western Conference, and offensively they are horrible in large part because of how much they just overly depend on a 36-year-old Steph Curry. And because of the underwhelming season, we are now talking about a team that went from untouchables across the board on their roster to now they're willing to call any and everyone to try to make a deal done. Originally, they were in the Zach LaVine sweepstakes, but pulled out to go get Jimmy Butler. Then Jimmy Butler claimed that he...
And Jack, listen, I ain't gonna lie. This is the thing. Like, this is the thing. I'm a Warriors fan. So y'all gotta understand, like, all the bullshit that's been going on the past couple days. I'm literally sitting back like, what the fuck is my team doing? Like, what's really going on? But the fact is, like, niggas do only depend on Steph. It's like, bro, Steph be having a hoop. If Steph don't hoop, we don't win. And it's like, that shit just ain't it, chat. That shit just ain't it. Look, I'm about to be literally like, right back. I'm about to get some salt and pepper. I'm ready right, chat. Just 1 second, 1 second. Look, 1 second. Bye. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Alright, there we go. Cool. Y'all ready? Y'all back with me? Let's do it.
wasn't willing to sign a long-term deal, and now all of a sudden they're trying to get Kevin Durant. Yes, that's crazy. As crazy as it sounds, they're trying to get KD. And even if they fail at getting Kevin Durant, there are multiple reports claiming that the Warriors are on the phone with every team in the NBA that has an all-star caliber player that they're willing to move, and everyone on the roster except for Steph Curry is expendable. Man, what a change of events. Complete 180. In all honesty, I don't blame the Warriors whatsoever. This season has been very depressing for anyone who was a Warriors fan to sit here and watch this franchise completely swing and miss and just piss away every opportunity to add a legitimate co-star next to Curry, in particular on the offensive side of the floor, has to be frustrating. And to see them now get to this point where they are finally coming to the revelation where they have to make this move, again, maybe even more frustrating than the fact that they didn't make the transaction earlier, because now you're starting to run out of options and you're looking at effectively trying to get potentially Jimmy Butler or Brandon Ingram, or even having very, very lofty expectations of trying to get in Kevin Durant. Now,
are you a trader? You need trading capital. And our funded trader program is for you. Get funded with up to $2 million of capital, make profits, and keep up to 95%. Become a professional trader backed by our prop firm Sim Capital. You don't have any time limits to pass your evaluation. Get your first payout on demand, even 7.
Now, do I believe that's going to occur? Going to be very, very difficult to do so, especially because KD makes a ridiculous amount of money, and the Suns are a second tax apron team, so it makes it even more difficult to lose someone like Kevin Durant on the roster. But the simple fact that the Warriors have now changed their tone and started to redirect in a different direction, it does really say a lot about how bad this season has been for a team that is trying their best to maximize the last couple of years of Curry's career. But even with all that being said, the most interesting part of this conversation isn't the fact that the Warriors are starting to shift gears and starting to make some transactions, because in all honesty, that's the obvious route to go. What's way more interesting is the fact that Kevin Durant's name is being brought into these conversations. Like, so much so that it's...
Especially because of the fact that Luka just got traded. Y'all think Kevin Durant, y'all think the Warriors will trade Curry? I think they might. I niggas they want to go somewhere. Well, if they get like a good ass like draft pick capital or draft whatever, they might do it.
Even a trade floating around, the idea of moving Jimmy Butler, KD, a part of a 3 or 4 team trade where the Warriors will land Kevin Durant and Jimmy Butler will find himself in Phoenix, one of the teams that he is very adamant on moving to, and quite frankly, probably the only team that he is willing to move to, because there are several opportunities where he could have been traded by now, but he's effectively declined the opportunity of doing so because he doesn't want to sign long term for the Warriors or the Memphis Grizzlies, which in and of itself is another video, but I'm not going to go down that path. Again, the reason why this is so interesting is that KD is being brought into this conversation. For those who may not be aware, KD's having another really great season, one of the best shot creators in the NBA. Shooting splits across the board are really, really great. However, it's not really translating into any lasting impact. Sure, when he's on the floor, the Suns look solid, but it's not translating into enough wins, as the Suns, very similar to the Warriors, underwhelming, finding themselves at best in a play-in situation. And I really don't know how much longer Phoenix can just underperform and be underwhelming at this stage of Kevin Durant's career, especially because KD only has one more year left on his deal after this season, and after that, he can just do whatever he wants to. And so there is a world where I could see where the Suns, in an attempt to try to salvage a potential Kevin Durant departure, where they leave them completely naked of any type of talent and trying to continue to build in a direction that can leave them competitive, I can see them making a trade to get slightly younger, or potentially what they should be doing, restructuring to get themselves not only younger, but as much draft capital as possible. Because if you do trade KD, inevitably you're more than likely just going to blow this up, even if you get someone like Jimmy Butler that in theory keeps you competitive. Because I just don't see how this team is going to be able to stamp themselves into conversations to be title contenders anytime soon. And when that day comes, we all have to acknowledge that Bradley Beal contract has to be the worst in the NBA, because the only reason why the Suns would even entertain the idea of trading Kevin Durant is because they know for a fact they can't make any other improvements to the roster because of how much money Beal is making and the fact that he has a no trade clause, so he's not going anywhere. But more importantly, what does this mean for Devin Booker? And this is where I find all of this really fascinating, because we now have several teams in the NBA who have a plethora of draft picks, some young players as well, that can throw at a Phoenix Suns team that has little to no draft assets because they traded all of it to go get Kevin Durant. And because how underwhelming this has all been, I just have a hard time believing that Devin Booker is going to want to stay on this team long term if they decided to pivot and shift in a different direction that does not consist of Kevin Durant being on this team. And again, even if he is on this roster, it's only a matter of time before Phoenix decides to just blow it up, get as many draft assets in the process, and try to just rebuild with whatever they have in return for a Devin Booker trade. Now, I'm not saying that's what's happening now, But I do believe if you are entertaining the idea of trading Kevin Durant, then you probably should also be entertaining the idea of trading Devin Booker as well. And in my opinion, they should just do it this deadline because there's just no rhyme or reason for them to sustain or keep anything that they have going for themselves because it's clearly not legitimate, it's not real, and it's going nowhere really, really fast. And this is where a team like the Spurs come into play, all their draft capital, and the fact that they have a bunch of young players that they didn't have to move off of to get De'Aaron Fox. Moving forward, you can have a team that features De'Aaron Fox, Devin Booker, and Victor Wembanyama. That right there is a crazy trio, and I do believe they work way better than what Devin Booker has found himself in over the past couple of years out in Phoenix. And even if not with San Antonio, Houston has a bunch of draft capital as well. Actually, they have Phoenix's draft picks, so that will be very interesting. But I do find it very interesting what OKC could potentially do, especially if this postseason run doesn't translate to the level of success that they are anticipating. Not saying that they should immediately give up on J-Dub, but you know, a lot of people may forget that Devin Booker is still fairly young. He's still in his 20s. I think he's only 2 years older than SGA. And I do believe if you pair SGA with Devin Booker, Chet Holmgren, and all of those other defenders, it does just completely throw that OKC team into conversations that I have a hard time believing any other team in the NBA will be able to compete with anytime soon. So there's a bunch of teams that have the assets to go after someone like Devin Booker when the Suns finally are ready to completely hit the restart button. And if you're talking about trading Kevin Durant, that is sooner than later. Also, players to apparently keep in mind in terms of the Warriors trading for someone, not only do you have Jimmy Butler, but apparently there's some rumors about Brandon Ingram and Nikola Vucevic as well, all of which are very interesting and fascinating to say the least. Now, moving on to another team, we have the Los Angeles Lakers. As we all know, the Lakers traded Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic, the trade of the century. So what exactly does this mean for the Lakers moving forward? Well, A, this team clearly needs to bring in a five-man. The Lakers are already looking for a five-man to place next to Anthony Davis before the trade, but at this point, it's almost mandatory. The only big that they have in rotation right now is Jackson Hayes, and then after that, it gets really, really thin in that front court. And Hayes, coming as a Laker fan, trust me when I say he's not ready for the starting role in the NBA. So I still believe that the Lakers are probably going to prioritize players like Nick Claxton and Miles Turner. I would go as far as to say someone like Nick Claxton is probably going to be even more prioritized. And originally, there may have been some hesitation about getting Nick Claxton because of his fit alongside Anthony Davis. But at this point, more than likely, the Lakers are going to run a 4-out, 1-in-center type of offense now that Luka's on the team. And because they're going to move in a direction where Luka's a ball handler playing alongside LeBron, because it doesn't really seem like LeBron is going to be moved anytime soon. Matter of fact, there's a lot of people who are claiming that LeBron may even play another year or two longer because Luka's on the roster just to participate in this development of who Luka is as a Laker long term. And if that's the case, then a player such as Austin Reeves may not be as viable as he once was because the second ball handler next to LeBron, or now the primary ball handler next to LeBron, has been found with Luka, and so the value of Reeves on the Lakers in particular isn't as high as it once was. As a Laker fan, I hate to say that, but it's just the reality of what it is. And more importantly, Reeves was the player that a lot of teams were looking after when it comes to trading for a Miles Turner or a Walker Kessler. The Lakers obviously were unwilling to do so because how much value Reeves has on the roster as a second ball handler. But again, now having Luka on the team and not having a legitimate five, being able to move Reeves for someone that is desperately needed on this roster is something that I believe that this team is going to move in that direction for. They still have a pick, they still have Rui and other flexible contracts. I just believe it just makes the most sense. And on top of the fact that this team still looks really, really good. AD has not played in the past couple of games. They just got done playing a game, obviously without Anthony Davis, and they still looked really good against the Los Angeles Clippers. So there is a world where Luka and LeBron and a bunch of other wing defenders and three-point shooters still work out really, really well as long as they can get a five and add a little bit more to their defense, because of course the question around Luka is his defense. But adding a vertical threat could address some of the immediate concerns that a lot of people have for the Lakers post the AD trade, because the five spot, the lack of defense in the front court, something that is certainly questionable at this point. And I think a lot of people are kind of hesitant to figure out what the Lakers are going to look like post this trade. Now, keeping in the theme of the Luka Doncic trade, moving out in Dallas, the Mavericks have already moved off of Quentin Grimes as I record this video, which was a bit of a head scratcher, but you know, that's another video for another day. However, I do find it very interesting how so many people are very optimistic about what this team is going to look like this year. I think many people may have forgotten that the Mavericks are already in the 11th seed and they have a lot of climbing to do. I do believe some of that can be addressed with potential buyout players or just making a couple more tweaks to their roster. I do like the Caleb Martin addition to this team for the immediate success. However,
Taxes was waiting
W act like love
and wondering.
W act.
And
However, if I were a Dallas Maverick fan, I'm just telling you right now, I wouldn't keep my hopes up too high this season. Daniel Gafford just went out. Derek Lively still isn't going to be available until the end of the regular season. Even if the Mavericks do make a huge push towards these last 20 to 30 games, I just don't know how much noise they can make it, again, in a very competitive Western Conference, when a lot of the other teams that are a few games ahead of them are also making additions and trades and just changing their rosters all in all, with the Warriors, with the Spurs, with the Sacramento Kings. There's so many teams that are already making a lot of additions to their roster. It's going to be really hard for me to believe that the Mavericks are going to be able to make some significant push down the latter half of this regular season. So keep in mind that they could also make some changes as well, but I just don't know if it's going to be enough. I do believe that the Mavericks are going to be better suited for a complete restart of the season at the top of next year. But trying to make those shifts when you're this far along in the season and you're behind the 8 ball, really hard to see that map out. Other teams that be on the lookout still, apparently DeAndre Hunter could potentially be shipped off out in Atlanta. The same thing can be said about Clint Capella. The Hawks have a lot of young players that are shifting in and out of that lineup, and they have some type of financial commitments that need to be made as well. That's a big reason why a lot of these players are more than likely not going to be on this team long term, so that will be interesting. Also, the fact that Jalen Johnson is going to be out is also going to make things very interesting for Atlanta as well throughout the remainder of the season. Also, with so much changes being made, please continue to not rule out what's going on in Brooklyn. Again, Nick Claxton should be a very, very high top priority for the Lakers. Cam Johnson is still out there as well, and allegedly there is still conversations about what the Bulls are going to do with Vucevic and Lonzo Ball. Reports claiming that Lonzo could go for as little as a second-round pick. Be very mindful, though, that Lonzo's making around $20 million. And even though the box score doesn't really yell out impact player, because his defense passing, and as long as he can get that three-point shot back, I do believe that Lonzo will be a great addition to a lot of teams in the NBA if they have a disposable contract that can match close to how much money he's making. There's still some noise around Valanciunas and Kyle Kuzma out in Washington. The Milwaukee Bucks are still trying to figure out a way to upgrade their roster, because even though they've turned it around towards the second half of this season, it still isn't really working out to the point where they can feel confident about going into the postseason run. So be on the lookout for some Chris Middleton shifts, and Bobby Portis' name has been brought up in conversations as well. I think a much bigger picture and bigger problem with the Milwaukee Bucks is that eventually they're going to have to address the elephant in the room, and that is them replacing Brook Lopez, who's been so valuable to this team throughout the course of the Giannis era. But I do believe that's going to be a bit more interesting, and you really got to hold on to what they have going on out there in Milwaukee without giving up too many young players. And finally, if you're Minnesota, please do not waste a year of Anthony Edwards' career with Julius Randle on the roster. Make the trade, move wherever you need to move, but it would be just a complete and utter waste if Julius Randle finishes this season off as a Minnesota Timberwolf, because we all know that it's not going to work at the playoffs. We all know it's not going to work. Please go after someone that best suits that team, especially because we all know that when the offseason comes along, y'all are not signing Randle to any long-term deal. We know that. You can get a little bit more financial flexibility by going after a John Collins, in contrast to where you were just last season with Karl Anthony Towns. But going into a offseason with Julius Randle still on your roster, knowing that he does not fit, to me is crazy. I think they should trade Randle ASAP. I just don't know why they're holding on to him. But with that being said, that's a lot to go on. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, notification bell. And again, if you want to watch me react to...
Hey, Jack, look. W video first off, though. W video. I gotta get my soundbar together. I gotta get my soundbar together. But second off, Chad, I want y'all to see this. Look. Y'all look at this. Turn that down real quick. Turn it down. Hey, turn it down. Hit it around. Get it down. I bet. But look, Jack. I ain't saying that. This shit crazy. Cause look. Goddamn. Look at really more than a lot. My boy Check coming back. That's beautiful. This is the one right here. Cause look. The Lakers traded my boy Dalton Connect for Mark Williams. Mark Williams is not a bad pickup. But trading DK is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Cam Reddish, protected first round, and a big swap. Them niggas got more for Mark Williams than they got for Luka. No bullshit. It's crazy. Oh my goodness. Now, somebody said the Lakers really said Austin Reeves untouchable. I guess he is. I ain't gonna lie. I guess he is. Like, he just must be one of the ones. But gonna trade Brandon Ingram to the Raptors for Bruce Brown, Kelly Olynyk, the first round pick in the second rounder. Like, damn. Okay. Alongside Scotty, I can see it. I can happily see it. Alright. Then Bucks in the line right. Cash and Knicks for Sims. Senator Jericho Sims to the Milwaukee Bucks is part of the Milwaukee Bucks Rogers to Kyle Cooper trade. Okay. Damn, so they really traded money to Kuzma and Middleton for sure. Miami's gonna keep Kyle Anderson. Andrew Wiggins, Speedy Joker. And he's running Miami. Final Warriors. Damn. I understand with the Bulls. I love that. I don't know how I feel about this chat. I do not know how I feel about this. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I'm fucking with this. I don't know if I'm. I don't know if that's it. I ain't fucking with them. I ain't fucking with them.
As I'm in the midst of applying for residency right now, wish me luck. Grammarly has again been a lifesaver with my application.
Oh. They trying to get me, Chad. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. They tried to get me, Chad. Tried to get me there. I was about to say, what the fuck? I'm back. But it's Miami Heat are Lesnar deals and Jimmy Butler to the Golden State Warriors, Andrew Wiggins, and Jordan Kyle Anderson, the first round take. That is crazy, bro. Like, wow, like, oh my gosh. I don't know how I feel about that, man. And then he agreed to a 2-year, $121 extension. I'm not gonna lie. If they don't get to Jimmy Butler, they could have damn near get extra to Clay. For real, for real. That's what I be saying when I be saying, like, these teams are so, like, bro, oh wow. The league's, bro, the league about to get so freaky, bro, I ain't gonna lie. The league about to get so freaky, bro, I ain't gonna lie. In honor of all these trades, Chad, in honor of all these trades, as soon as I finish this garlic bread, we gonna hop on some 2K. You know what I'm saying? We gonna run some rec. We gonna have a low vibe. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have a good time. We gonna run with some randoms. We might troll them. Y'all want me to troll or y'all want me to just go in that bitch and get buckets? How y'all want it? Yeah. That'd be a real question. Somebody should have troll. Somebody should have a good bucket. Remember that shot? What should I do? Should I try to get buckets? If you on Instagram, go over to YouTube, go on the poll. If you on, if you on Twitch, you can kind of carry you out my phone over there too. I got you. Give me 1 second. We're just trading Valanciunas to the Kings. I mean, the Kings are good. That's a good pickup, semi-good pickup for the Kings, but shit is sick. I used to that there, man. Okay. Wasn't Celtics, JJ Springer. Damn, just trading. That's fucked up. Yeah. Who's in the Bucks jersey is nasty work, I ain't gonna lie. Nasty work. Like, ooh. Cause they down in Quentin Grimes, Caleb Martin. That ain't no earth shaking move though. First shot, you De'Aaron Fox. You probably should De'Aaron Fox and James Harden. You can see Zach LaVine. This is okay. 3 first-round picks. God damn. 3 second-round picks. And then Bulls got Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Herter. The Bulls got fucked. And the Kings got, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Let me phrase that. The Bulls got killed. The Kings got fucked. The Spurs got married. That's crazy. That's how describe that. That shit diabolical. That shit diabolical, Chad. I ain't gonna lie. Diabolical. Like, I'm in utter disbelief. I do want to see one more thing next to it.
Are you 50 or older? Well, this news is for you. The CDC now recommends you get vaccinated against...
Oh my God, Chad! Oh my goodness!
Let's see what we got.
News just broke that the Miami Heat are finalizing a deal to send Jimmy Butler to the Golden State Warriors for Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, and a protected first-round pick. Sources tell ESPN. This right here is major news because we've all known for quite some time now that Jimmy Butler has been constantly on the trading mill right now for various reasons. It seems as if like his time with the Heat has ran its course in large part because he was frustrated out in the Miami due to the fact that they were not willing to give him the deal that he was looking for. And so there is a lot of moving pieces that's going on right now. As I'm even reporting on it right now, it's continued to break that Dennis Schroeder is headed to Utah and Kyle Anderson to Toronto as a part of a multi-team trade. Now, as we all know, there was a bit of hesitation on Jimmy Butler being moved whatsoever to the Golden State Warriors because despite the fact that the Warriors were open to the opportunity of getting Jimmy Butler, he wasn't open to the opportunity of staying out in Golden State, my brothers. It was a whole bunch of back and forth and dispute about if Jimmy's going to sign long-term for the Warriors because it seemed as if like that was going to have to be mandatory for them to get this deal done. He was declining the opportunity of doing so, which really put a lot of speculation out there, which influenced the Warriors to kind of pivot to go after Kevin Durant all throughout the last 24 to about 36 hours. It went from KD potentially being open to the opportunity and the Warriors potentially going after Durant because how desperate and thirsty they were to Durant over the last couple of hours straight out saying, no, I'm not going to the Golden State Warriors at all. Y'all got me messed up if I was going to go to the Warriors and play alongside Draymond Green. Let's be honest with ourselves. And also, I think Steve Kerr has a lot to do with that as well. So now since that happened, the Warriors had to then pivot back to other opportunities. There's conversation about Brandon Ingram. They already swung at and missed out on Zach LaVine. They pulled out on that, but there was still opportunities about Vucevic. But they kind of circled back on the idea of bringing back Jimmy Butler, and then that became the topic of discussion of where we are right now. The updated trade summary is Golden State Warriors get Jimmy Butler, Miami Heat receive Andrew Wiggins, PJ Tucker, a first-round pick that I believe is protected. The Pistons receive Lindy Waters III, Josh Richardson, and a second-round pick. The Jazz received Dennis Schroeder, and the Raptors received Kyle Anderson. A bunch of men being moved around outside of Andrew Wiggins. Wowzer. Now, going back to the contract extension, because again, the reason why there was an invitation and a bit of a pump fake a couple of days ago is because Jimmy Butler first was reporting that he was not going to sign a long-term deal or sign an extension with the Warriors. It seems as if he's had a change of heart. I think a huge reason for it is because he's starting to realize he's running out of options. Because obviously, when Kevin Durant declined the idea of being moved around, there was no way in hell that he was going to be able to be moved out of Miami to any other team unless it was going back to the Warriors. So in all honesty, we just spent the last 2 to 3 months pump faking all of this. Chris Haynes is breaking that the Golden State Warriors first round pick this year is top 10 protected, and then next year it's top 10 protected, and then it becomes unprotected in the following year if it is not conveyed. That's actually a really good pick for Miami. However, going back to the contract extension, Golden State Warriors contract extension, the star Jimmy Butler has agreed to a new 2-year, $121 million extension with the franchise through 2027. Sources tell Windhorse Butler is declining his 2025-26 player option for the new $121 million deal. That is $60 million a year for Jimmy Butler for a 35 going on 36-year-old Jimmy Butler. $60 million a year from an organization that was just complaining about giving Klay Thompson a contract and was declining that, but yet now giving $60 million to Jimmy Butler. $60 million a year means that this brother will be paid more than Steph Curry next year. The franchise player, the face of the franchise, the individual that you have been trying to carve out all the money in the world to put something of substance next to him. $60 million down the drain, down the gutter for Jimmy Butler. Next year, $60 million for Jimmy Butler, $59.6 million for Stephen Curry, $25 million for Draymond Green, $9 million for Buddy Hield, $11 million for Moses Moody, and $2 million for Trace Jackson. This is actually functionally dumb, because not only do they have to pay $60 million for Wiggins, they still have to give GP2 a contract extension, they still have to give Kuminga a contract extension, and they're lucky because B-Pods hasn't get paid yet, but they still have to give GP2 and Kuminga contract extension while seeing an uptick with the amount of money that is committed to this roster next year. That's crazy. That's insanity. They more than doubled the amount of money they're going to pay at that position. More than doubled. Now, we can talk a little bit of basketball for a second, because what exactly does this mean for the Warriors? Well, obviously it's an upgrade of talent. At the forward position, where I do believe Butler's going to play, he's going to give you a lot of the same value that Wiggins was providing in terms of defense ability, but a way better shot creator, way better ball handler, passer, playmaker, somebody who's also going to be aggressive at the basket, higher competitor as well. And if we're going to be honest with ourselves, it's an overall upgrade, and the ceiling does increase for the Warriors. So if it's just the idea of adding talent to this team, congratulations. The Warriors did. The Warriors, they were able to add talent to this team. They were able to go after somebody that provided a second scoring option next to Curry. They were able to address their immediate concerns. But at what cost? Well, we know the cost is $60 million. But what does this mean moving forward for the rest of the roster? I'm going to go as far as to say, Kuminga, they're probably going to sign and trade him during the offseason. I just don't see how on this roster he makes any sense. It's going to make more sense for him to get signed and trade. Right now, it's hard to move him because he's only making $7 million, but he's going to receive a contract extension. That right there will bring in a lot of talent to kind of fill out the rest of the roster, because the roster is thin beyond this season. But right now, you have Curry at the point guard, GP2 at the 2, Butler at the 3, Draymond at the 4, and Trace Jackson Davis at the 5. It's an improvement. I'm not going to act like it's not an improvement. They did exactly what they needed to do. It does concern me about the lack of three-point shooting now. Anyone not named Curry doesn't really provide them at all whatsoever, and they've now been able to address that. This also kind of addresses some of the ball handling duties as well. Curry's been struggling with that. You know, you got a gamer, you got a doll, you got an alpha, and Jimmy Butler's going to step in and do what needs to be done. I don't believe there's going to be any problems with Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green. I think both of those guys, no nonsense type of guys, I think they're going to come to each other with a lot of respect, because both of them have done a lot of damage to their career over the last 48 hours, quite frankly, with Jimmy Butler playing around talking about I'm accepted and not accepted, accepted and not accepted, and then news breaking that Kevin Durant potentially would have been on the table if it wasn't for the fact that Draymond ran rampant over there in Golden State over the past couple of years, and it seems as if like their relationship has not been really and fully rekindled, despite the fact of the public optics. He's just refusing to go back over there. So you miss out on your opportunity because of Draymond. And then Jimmy Butler, over the past couple of just really months now, has just been playing around with so many other franchises. And we now get to this point where, you know, they look like a team that's going in the right direction, but it's still nowhere fast. At the end of the day, a team that features Curry, Jimmy, and Draymond as a big three, it's a compelling one, but it makes it even more interesting with the rest of the roster, right? Because as good as those three are, and I think they're going to be really, really good, it's not enough to move the needle when the rest of your supporting cast is made up of Gary Payton II, Buddy Hield, Jonathan Kuminga, B. Pods, and Trace Jackson Davis. Like, that's not enough of a roster to me to really feel really, really high on who the Warriors are. Again, an upgrade, but one that's not crazy. Now, moving on to the Miami side. Miami was backed into a corner. They had very little options because Golden State, in all honesty, and we've been saying this for months now, Golden State was really the only team that was desperate enough to make this move. And the writing was on the wall for quite some time. And if the Warriors, who, again, change of events, 2 months ago when we started talking about this, the Warriors were steadfast on the idea of not trading anyone, not moving any young pieces, not making significant alterations to their roster, not compromising their future for what is currently constructed now, and certainly not making any steep financial commitments just for marginal improvements to the roster. They changed their mind because how desperate they end up getting, and they effectively became more desperate than Miami. So Miami found themselves in a situation where Jimmy was acting a plumb fool, going crazy, telling teams not to trade for him because he wasn't going to sign, walking out of practice, being all frustrated, and it got so disturbing to what the team was trying to achieve that they told him to go home. We'll be fine without you until we figure out things going on. To me, that is waving the white flag. You have lost all leverage. But for them to come out of this trade with a first-round pick alongside Andrew Wiggins, to me, speaks volumes. It speaks volumes because I'm going to be honest with you, that's a W. So far this season, this is what you was getting. And I'm not saying, again, I know that Wiggins is a worse player than Jimmy Butler. But right now, you're a 500 ball club in the 6th seed, and this is what you are receiving with Jimmy Butler so far this season. Only 25 games, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 54% from the field, but only attempting one three-pointer a game, shooting 36%. You're going to get the same level defender, if not better, a better three-point shooter because of the volume, and you're cutting the price point and how much money you're spending at that position. That's what you're doing. And you're doing that while retaining...
When I say that shit as a Warriors fan, I hate it here. But look, we got some niggas in this game. So we got going on. We got a dunk in for him. Oh, my circle say yes. There you go. Hey. It's still good. Right top. Good shot.
Pay attention to what you're saying about yourself, your family, your finances, your health. You're going to become what you're continually saying. That's why it's so important to get in a habit of speaking victory over your life.
Bring on the double. After my hospital hospital stay, Aflac helped close the gap by paying cash for expenses health insurance didn't cover.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Aflac.
Find an agent. Get a quote at
Aflac.com.
No, they took me out there. That shit was crazy. I love it. Squared up money. And then tap. Good pass. Seven.
Anything? Oh, weird.
That's my fault. I make the extra pass.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo is the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. For relief that's... Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. Ask your eye doctor about prescription MyBo.
I had that loud. That's my fault. I need to sell that. I meant to hit X, boy. That's my fault. Circle. Good shot. That's that steal.
Dawn Platinum removes 99% of grease. It's the GOAT. And that's coming from a duck. The better grease getter.
Good evening. Tonight we have the pride of West Africa. It brings together the Ghanaian, the Senegalese, and the Nigerian jollof rice.
So what jollof rice is the best?
Ghana jollof.
Nigerian jollof.
Senegalese, we are the original jollof.
It's called Unity Jollof Rice. One people, one jollof.
Immersive dinners with world-class chefs. Chase Sapphire Reserve. Make more of what's yours.
Sorry. I shot that bitch too. That's crazy. Child, I ain't played 2K in a minute. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just trying to relax, chill. Ooh, okay. We trying to work. Let me see that, but yeah. We trying to work. Let's see what we got for him. Ah, early. That's my fault. I love that. As we said, I told you I didn't play it like a week. Shit, it didn't matter to me. It's my first one. It's not my first one. I made shortcut, that's me. Dumbass. Shot. It's shot, bro. It's gonna be turn the music down. I got you in a second. My bad. I better go out and get in. Ooh, crazy old board. Another one. Damn. Yeah. What was that? This nigga, bro. This plastic to me, yo. What happened? He was hooping though. He was hooping. He was back in. Where's the corner? Damn, that's crazy. Shot, boy. Crazy, good rebound. That's a late man back. You lied. I ain't gonna lie. Pop, bro. That's a still right. Told y'all, chat, once we sit this game, whole different man. Let's get away. I'm coming behind you. On the circle? Oh, you selfish as hell. You better make it. It's alright. Shoot that bitch, 2 for $1. It's alright. I know you selfish. I got you. I'm gonna reward your selfishness. You good? Chad, I know he's selfish. It's okay. I'm gonna reward his selfishness. It's okay. He might have got bet out a little bit there. A little bit there. Oh, gotta look at free throw, gang you.
Over 40
20 million people choose Kroger brand products, making them a true crowd pleaser. And we guarantee you'll love the quality or your money back. So join in and score Kroger brand products with a taste for celebrating. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Nature Made Magnesium is made to care for your whole body every day.
Shit. Sorry about that. About that thing. Yeah, that's the last. What you got for me? He tried it too. Oh, I threw it. What? Let me get it back. Fucking wrong with these niggas. Give me that bitch back. That shit just pissed me off. I gotta turn over for nothing. I threw the flashiest fucking pass and it didn't get to him. I'm pissed. Give me that bitch. That's lame. You gotta go all the way to that corner to me. Trying to harass that little nigga, chat. I want him to quit. I'm pissed. Come on, banger. No steal. Keep jumping up.
That shit ain't no average.
Can I see that big boy? That's in the first pass, my bad. I ain't caught right there. Fucking steal, bro. That's a fucking steal, bro. I need him. I got the block to send this shit if you give me to go up. freaky on your ass. God damn. Wrong circle. Crazy. Very late. That's a win. I ain't gonna chat. That was a football. Bro. I know you cook like that. Wow. Damn. Don't scare me like that. Please don't scare me like that. Targa? That's right. Early. Why can't I hit my fucking shots? That's what I get for not being in the Hey, chat, that's what I get for not being in the gym. That's me. That's what I get for not being in the gym. Easy ass getting shots. No more fouls. They're gonna be the bonus. Please don't tell me. Get the fuck out of here, 2K. Keep better. There you go. Oh, get that extra pass. What's up with the ball movement? Like, what happened? That is some bullshit, bro. I hate it.
The new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes. Only at Taco Bell.
Are you 50 or older? Well, this news is for you. The CDC now recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Why? If you're 50 or older, even if you're healthy, you're 6 times more likely to be hospitalized. So schedule at vaxassist.com.
That's why I'm gonna play this shit, chat. the wrong button. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's me. That's how you gonna tell. Good shot, bro. That is, get the fuck out of here. Hang on, I'm on that. I'm going to what's on Army? Insane right trap. Insane right. Insane work. Diabolical work. Diabolical work. We were in no way, shape, form supposed to lose that game, chat. No way. No way, Jose.
I want you guys to believe. Don't just listen to me.
And fall down and
Feel
shit.
me in your soul.
I'm hurt.
Believe you can win.
I'm hurt.
Believe you can win.
Who said that? I don't like that. Because who cares? Like, who cares? And yeah, it's a game. It's a video game. Just told to go hoop. I go hoop for a trap. I go hoop IRL stream. IRL hoop stream. Should be tough.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and YouTube Music Premium. Try 1 month free.
Yes, try.
You guys gotta catch me slipping, chat. Why the hell gonna catch me slipping? Who? Oh, I hit the wrong button. Let's go. Oh, what? Yeah, it's supposed to let me dunk that. What the fuck is going on, bro? How do I keep ending up on the ding now? On the square. Triangle cut.
Anything?
Oh, weird.
Maybe that. Let me see it here. Wrong button again. My bad, sorry. I see you on this fried. My bad. It's late. Oh, how is that big? Not keep like doing this match or something else. Rock by James. Oh, shit. That shit is evil, man. It's an evil shot. It's treating me like I said about it. Maybe even five. Who knows? No. You see what happened when the AI is on that nigga? That's all I don't understand. How the AI keep getting switched off, Jay. I don't understand it, man.
56 years ago, we conquered the moon. Now Verizon is conquering dead zones with satellite, and I'm helping them do it. Can you text me now? Good. With satellite, you can text from anywhere. Can you text me now? Good. Can you text me now?
Come on, bro. I can catch the fucking ball on the NBA player. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. I'm totally like it. Shoot that bitch. Doing nothing to my back. Chat, they're trying to get me copyrighted so bad right now. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'll go checking this at this point. That's a crazy way. I hate this game so bad sometimes.
Starting today, anyone can monetize with ads. As part of the all-new Beehive ad network, thousands of newsletters already monetized. And it's about to get even better.
18 already.
More ad opportunities, better brands, automated payments, streamlined processes, and more. And starting today, anyone who wants to monetize their newsletter will begin receiving ad opportunities.
Hey, come on, bro. Circle trying to play a game for us, chat. That's good. On square. I made it. Hey, come on. Jake ass, bro. Bro, that's bullshit. Walk up that bitch with it. That's me, I'm supposed to pull that bitch. I didn't even pick it, I ain't gonna lie. Take it behind you. There we go. Good in chat. Okay, I'm not doing it again. Hey, stop doing that, bro. Logo? From the fucking logo? Wow. Jake, you don't gotta pull one from the logo just because he did. Chatter, y'all seen that? Y'all seen that? What the fuck? That nigga Jakey ass as hell. I ain't gonna lie. Like, damn, Jake 3 for 10 twins? For real? And you gonna just keep calling for that bitch. No fuck, PG, I know you got AI in you. That's not tight, the nigga's fucking staring at me, bro. And then he caught that? Are we serious? For 11, Jakey. That's 3 for 11, Jakey. That's 3 for 12, Jakey. Aw, Jakey left. Jakey got mad.
Want to know how I took my business to the next level? It's simple. It's Shopify. Shopify has all the tools in one place to run your business and design your website to match your brand. So you can turn your fans into customers. See for yourself. Start your free Shopify trial today.
you have lots of readings to do, not just for your essays but for studying in general, you can just copy and paste the whole thing into Grammarly, then ask it to summarize it for you, and this saves you a lot of time. Of course, after your essay is done, you can also ask it to cite your papers for you, and you can just copy and paste your entire essay into the website and then click away all the punctuation, grammar, and spelling errors that you have. A lot of you have asked me if the pro version of Grammarly is worth it, and it 100% is. So for example, the pro version lets you replace any overused word so that your essay stands out even more.
Square. Early, bro, 2K, it's the same shot been playing all game. And we just bring them on it. I'm pissing me off. Keep getting those bounces off. It's crazy. Bro, pick the fucking ball back up, dog. Like, I literally stopped. Slow down with that bitch to make sure I didn't get a dumbass animation. Still, was what it gave me. Shit irritating as fuck. Really. Late. Yeah, come on, child. What the fuck is happening, man? Word to my mother, this is Jack better back. I ain't lying about it, yeah. Bro, come the fuck on, bro. That shit is about annoying as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you, that shit about irritating. I ain't fucking with this shit, bro. I ain't fucking with this shit, bro. I ain't gonna bullshit. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? 29, 8, 9, 4, and 10. Y'all ain't gonna do it. This ain't gonna do it. I'm making meetings and buckets at that point. I'm gonna be off. So take a little break. We'll come right back to it. And it's a real one. We're gonna come right back to it. That sounds like it. Okay. Peace.